Alright everybody, welcome back. I am continuing this. So last time we made the platform, tried to hash out the player. Also I made the text a little bigger, just zoomed in a little bit, just so that way I can see it more. And everybody can see it more better, so to speak. So I think, let's just give it a try. I think we're gonna work on the platforms today, just see if we can move them up. Okay, so after looking at my video, I think I know why this is happening. I don't think it's updating properly. So I update the player sprite here. I should do this at the very end, because even though I update the player sprite there, when I get to the edge and I'm moving past it, that's where I'm being moved back. And this is where the player sprite update should be. Because before it was just, uh-oh. Maybe I shouldn't have moved it. It needs to be at the end anyways. That's not fun. Oh. Okay, well at least I'm not going past the screen. So we've introduced a new bug, but it's probably based off of our faulty, or my faulty logic anyways. So I guess we're going to do a little bit of bug fixing before the platforms. So player sprite is equal to the player position minus 25. That should bring it to the center of the sprite. So now it's falling down further than it needs to. It means the position isn't doing it right. This should really be 25. If player sprite, it shouldn't be basing it off the player sprite. It should be basing it off the player, the position.y, plus 25. I should always be 25 above the bottom, or just from anything in general. 25 pixels away from anything is greater than screen height. Player position.y is equal to screen height minus 25. That should work. I don't know why I was doing the sprite before. Yes! I am a genius. That's what I do here, folks. I make bugs, fix them, and call myself a genius, even though I made the bugs in the first place. But alright. That's still very satisfying. Probably do something more with that. Let's make platforms. Let's make a platform. Okay. So I already defined it. Oop, I already defined it up here. So I'm just going to make one platform to start off with. I'm going to make like 5 later on. Also, actually, before I do that, I want to play around with the screen dimensions. So I want I'm going to swap these. 450, 800. Okay, this feels a lot more like a game. Or at least a game where you're just going to be focused on, excuse me, on vertical stuff. So let's do platform. Call it platform lowercase equals, not that. Alright, so the platform, I don't really think I'll be able to do that. I mean, I could, but it'll get a little complicated fast. Yeah, I don't like complicated. Dot position. This is going to be like, I'm going to say it's like the middle of the platform. It's going to be dot I'll just say vector 2. X and Y. X, I'm going to put it in the middle of the screen. I'm just going to put it in the middle. So screen. I should probably also include in here int. I'll make it a float. Float. Yeah, it just makes more sense. I was thinking about just doing vector 2 and putting it in there since they're floats, but it just makes more sense to put it in here just separately. Alright, width and height. Okay, so platform dot width. So if I'm 50, I would want it to be double my size, so probably like 100 just to start off with. Platform dot height, I'll just say it's like a little bit less than my size, just half my size. So screen width divided by 2 minus platform dot width, and then screen height divided by 2 minus platform dot height, platform dot rect equals, I'm going to cast a rectangle. So I believe it's XY width and height. Is that it? XY width and height, yes. Alright, XY, so it's going to be platform.position.x, platform.position.y, platform.width, platform.height, and then we just need to draw it. So we're just going to, I'm also going to just remove this just to make it cleaner. So draw rectangle, right? Platform dot rect, and I'll color this yellow just for now, just because I can't think of a better color. Let's take a look. The hardest part of this is going to be the collision. I'm pretty sure that's going to be the hardest part. I might have to just figure that out. There it is. That is very, very uncomfortable in the eyes. Let's make that green. Is green more comfortable in the eyes? Could just make it red, I guess. Okay, green is a lot better. It's not in the middle like I was hoping it to be. Hmm. More bugs. What did I do wrong? So the position is equal to... Okay, so we set the width and the height. So screen width divided by 2 minus platform.width, because that's what we did for the player. Because we're kind of just setting the position to the center of the screen. Maybe, okay. I think I know what's wrong. I don't need to include this because it's just the position. It's when I am calculating the position shouldn't be dependent because this is the sprite. I'm only calculating the position there. Yeah, for the player position, I just did the same thing I'm doing right here. So I shouldn't need to do, yeah. And then the rectangle, it's my dog. The rectangle is where I'm actually needing to calculate that, I believe. Because the x, because it's in the, I need to do the same thing here. Minus platform dot width divided by 2? I believe it's divided by 2 because that's what I'm doing here. I'm dividing 50 by 2. By 2, and then minus platform dot height divided by 2. Let's take a look. There we go. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Alright, so now I'm going to bring that down. I'm just going to output my position so that way I can get a feel for where everything is. So draw text. Probably shouldn't have deleted this to begin with. Text format. It's going to put it as a float percent 2f. Player dot position dot x. No. Player dot y. And I'm going to include it over here as well. So I'm gonna /n percent 0.2f. Just gonna put it underneath. So I'll label this x. And I'll do y here. Y. And I'll put it at 0. 0 top left corner. Font size, I'll make that 10. Color will be blue. No, black. Yeah. That way it doesn't clash with anything. Any of the current colors. Okay. That is very tiny. We're gonna do 20. That's a lot better. Okay. So I'm all the way down here at like 775, which makes sense because the height is 800. This is already feeling so satisfying already. I don't know what it is about just making your own character that just jumps around like this. I guess it's just simulating your own gravity. Or maybe it's the fact that it jumps to the same height every single time, no matter what. I don't know. So I'm going to bring that down to like, yeah, 775. So that way I can try jumping on it and test out collision. So position 5. It's gonna put it right inside me. Yeah, I'm actually gonna bring it up. So 700. See if I can jump on that. I'm gonna put it over on the right. So actually, just put it over on the left. I'll just do 0. Just make it easy on myself. Oh, right. Platform dot width divided by 2. Yeah. Okay, so let's see. Let's see if we can do collision of some sort. Because we should be able to confidently jump on top of that. Or maybe I'll just do like all the spawning and just figure out collision later, because collision will probably be the hardest thing to do. This is getting very cluttered. I think I'll make a function. Just work on that. I'll avoid collision for now. I'll just do int update player. And what do I want? I want the player. Player I want pointer to player. I think that's all I want. Right? Yeah, because everything's stored inside the player, except for gravity. Mm-hmm. Oh, and the player sprite. What is it? It's just a rectangle, right? Yeah, rectangle, player sprite. Player sprite. I'll just say return one, just for now. I'll just stick everything in here. Because why not? Alright. Now I'm going to update everything. So player, that, yeah. That's what I want. Because I am wanting to update it from a function. I am essentially copying that example from the Raylib website. And then I can always figure out what I want later, maybe expand upon this. I guess I'm going to need screen height. And also screen width. I guess I could take it out, but meh. Because it's a pointer, it's pointing. Okay. I'll just say return one. It's screen width and screen height. Does that fix my red squiggly lines? Yes, it does. Oh, it just all turns red. That. So beautiful. Okay. Update player. I'm going to need the address to the player. Address to the player sprite. Screen width and screen height. So much more beautiful. Let's see if it still works. It do still work. That's awesome. Okay. Alright, so now collision. What was the thing? It was like rect intersect? It's like rect intersect or something like that. Come on. Here we go. I think it was down here in the shapes. There's lots of drawing functions, which is pretty cool. Check collision rex. Okay. Am I going to be able to do that? Because I guess that would just be checking the because the player doesn't have a rectangle. I could probably just cast it to a rectangle. Check collision collision boxes. Circles, box sphere, circle point line. Interesting. What are those? What's the boxes one? Get collision rectangle for 2 rectangle collisions. I wonder what that means. It doesn't have check collision boxes here. Will it show me? Check collision boxes. Bounding box 1, bounding box 2. What's a bounding box? Vector 3, min-max. I guess it's for 3D stuff? Cool. Alright. Alright, so this is something that returns a bool. So I'm just going to do like rectangle 1 is going to be platform.rect. Rectangle 2, I'm going to just cast it to a rectangle. And I'm going to say player dot position dot x. Because I think I need to bring it back up to the top left corner dot x. Because it's in the middle right now, so I think it's in the middle of the sprite, so I think I need to bring it back up to the top left corner, because that's how this is all based on. Minus 25. Player dot position dot y minus 25. This should be the width, which is 50, and the height, which is 50. Let's see what happens. I'm just going to make a bool. I'm just going to be like, bool. It is colliding equals false. I probably spelt that wrong. That looks more like it. Something like that. Then I'll just reset it down. I'll just reset it up here. So it is colliding equals false. And then I shall say I'll just say is colliding. If it's true, it's going to be red. If not, then it's blue. See what happens. Ooh, that's cool. So now I just need to figure out let me just put that, not minimize, just put that at the bottom. Where is it at? 100. I'll just do 775. Put it at the bottom there. Okay, as you can see, turns red. So I think the hardest part now is actually like figuring out ooh, I'm just touching it. I'm just touching it. It's like the closest I can get without colliding. Interesting. I think I'm just a pixel off. I'm trying to think how I can go about colliding here because I need to figure out which way I'm colliding from. Does my tablet still work? Yes, it do. Because if I have that rectangle here, I have the player, and it goes into it, colliding is equal to true. I think I spelled it wrong. Colliding equals true. That's a very sad looking G. It's not a very good looking G there. But I need to figure out where it's coming from. So maybe if it's coming from the left, maybe I need to track the last position. I get the current position at the beginning, and then the new position after. This is going to be the most difficult part of the game. Everything else I think has been easy. This is going to be the most difficult, I think. Or maybe not. I think I just need to get the last position before it actually, I compute that this is hit. And I just say, hey, I came from the right, so move me to the very right edge. I think that might work. But I'm wondering though, if I were to come in at an angle, how would it figure itself out then? Because there's like this shaded region right there. Would it push me that way? Would it push me down? Would it push me both directions? I don't know. We'll have to figure that out. So, let's try and figure that out. So I guess we want to get the last direction. So probably vector 2. Vector 2 player last position equals player dot position. Oh, I can't do that. Player dot position dot x, player dot position dot y. So I'm updating the player here. So I think I want to get it before I update him. So player last position equals, well, dot x. I'll just cast it to vector 2, just make it into one line. Vector 2 player dot position dot x, player dot position dot y. So this is the last position. Updating player moves it to the new position. If it's colliding, this is where I need to figure out how to respond. Because if the last position is greater in its individual components, maybe I just move whichever one is the least? I don't know if that makes sense. So the player has X and Y, right? So let's say I'm just bouncing along. Go that way, I'm going, I'm just moving left. So let's say my last position, because it gets my last position, not my last velocity. But I don't think velocity should matter. With a reference point to the middle of the rectangle, if I were to, I guess, just be inside of it, right there, I'm still going to the left. My last X position, See, like, I think detecting collision is somewhat straightforward. It's actually how to respond. It's a little bit difficult. I think collision with spheres is like the easiest thing ever. I should have just worked with spheres instead. Just hopping along spheres. They're balloons, actually. Yeah, I should have just done that. But you just push them as far away from you as possible. You don't even have to worry. You're just saying, hey, you're right here. You're going out there now. Easy. I'm not going to bother. Oh, that's terrible. What was I using before? No. Oh, there we go. Okay, thank goodness. Maybe I just take the position of this, because it says its own X and Y. I'll just power of Control Z. It says its own X and Y. Maybe I just subtract them, see which one is less, possibly? Because the Y, the differences in terms of Y is going to be very small compared to the X, right? No. Well, no, yes it is, because I don't know if that'll work for all cases, though. That might just work for left and right, but I don't think it'll work for up and down, which should be what we're most concerned about anyways. Hmm. I might be here a while. Maybe I'll just worry on spawning them for right now. I'll look up collision later. It's probably very simple and straightforward. I just need to think about it for much longer. Okay. We're not gonna worry about the player last position. This is actually not gonna work as well. So now I need to make an array. So platforms, 5. We're gonna have 5 platforms. Zero I. All right. So how to go about spawning these? So I think we just calculate a random X position. Just a random X position here, and then just spawn them. When they get to the top, move them back down, and make another random X position, and just let them keep on going. Think that'll work. I'm just thinking about all the work I gotta do. Yeah, let's do that. Alright, so let's do spawn, this is going to be float, spawn, offset. Alright, so pretty much gotta do that. For int I equals 0, I is less than 5, I plus plus, platforms I dot width equals 100 dot platforms I dot height equals, what did I say, 25? Dot position equals, vector 2. I guess we're just going to put them at the very bottom in the middle. No, I'll just say 0. 0 all the way at the left. And then screen height plus platforms I dot height. Just put them out of sight, out of mind. Platforms I dot rect equals rectangle. I'm just going to copy this. Actually, yeah. I'm sure that won't have any consequences. I think I need to include time or something. Include lib include time. There we go. The standard library and time. So this is going to be, I know Raylib has like some random functions, but I'd rather just make my own random stuff. And then this is going to be for, oh wait, I'm sorry. This is for random stuff, and then this is for timing. That's what it's actually going to be. I already have timing with, what's it called? Get frame time. I already have timing there. How long have I been recording for? Only 40 minutes. I'm gonna say float random, just rand x position. It's x position. Just kind of figuring this all out on the fly. If spawning equals true, while, not while, if is spawning equals true, I'm just gonna nest loops here. F time to spawn greater than the threshold amount. I just spawn offset. Spawn offset, then start making one of the platforms move. I'm gonna make this into time to spawn, just float, spawn equals 0. Time to spawn plus equals 1. Frame, get frame time, right? Plus equals get frame time. So it's going to be increasingly, just increasing per second. Time to spawn equals 0. Just reset that back to 0. Int rectangle index. No, not rectangle index. Platform index. Platform index. Equals 0. This is where I say if platform index is greater equal to 5 is spawning equals false. So I can cut that off. Time to spawn equals 0. I was going to do greater than 5. Because platform index, increase that by 1, and that way down here I can do a for loop for int I equals 0, I is less than platform index, I plus plus, increment that, and then this is where I can move the platforms. So I'll say platforms I dot position plus equals platforms I dot speed. Did I include speed? I did include speed. Oh, right. Dot y times get frame time. I gotta draw it. So right here. For I equals 0, I is less than platform index, I plus plus. I know this is all getting very convoluted and stuff, but I'm just trying to figure it out as I go. Draw rectangle. It's rec. Yeah, rec. Platforms I dot rect. I need to update that rect as well. And I'll make it green like the other one. I will remove this one for now, and I need to update the platform platforms I dot rect equals, just gonna cast it just to make it easier, rectangle, or more concise. This thing up here. Let's see if that works. Oh dear. Let's make this. What did I set the spawn offset? Oh, what's equals 5. For every 5 seconds, spawn a platform. It's not very fast. Hmm. Every 2 seconds, I guess, or 3. I forgot to set the speed. Nope. Platforms I dot speed equals 100. So why not? I'm doing something wrong. I can feel it. I'm shocked I was able to see this at all, considering it's going down instead of up. It's still not doing the thing. I wonder if do I forget to update it? Oh, it's gone now. It's rectangle platform dot position. Oh, I see. I'm not doing it right now. Platforms. I've realized my fatal flaw is that I have very confusing naming conventions. Does that work? I don't really think it needs to be within its own struct because there's no variation currently. I just thought it'd be neat. Look at it go! Look at it go! Look at them go! Cool. So not 0. Platforms I dot width divided by 2. Should be good. If you're just setting them all the way at the left corner. I guess it doesn't really matter, but oh well. Oh my goodness gracious. Don't know what that was about. Okay, so I just need to say if platform platforms dot position dot y minus platforms I dot height is less than 0. So pretty much if we go above the screen, bring it back down and randomize its position again. I say again like I've done it. So I'm going to say rand x position. So rand x position equals rand time, no, just rand modulo screen width it needs to be screen width because but I need an offset because I need it to, because the point is going to be in the middle of the platform, the position is, and so I need it to be platform width divided by 2 away from the edges. So it needs to be modulo screen width minus platform index dot width divided by 2 plus, that should do it. No, that won't work. I need this to be like that. Like that. I need it to be like that. Because I need to modulo it first and then add half of the width. No. Do I need to cast it? Is that what it's complaining about? I guess so. So rand f. There's no rand f. There's no random float. Okay, that's what I'll do. So then I'll do platform index dot position dot x equals rand x position. And I will also need to do srand. This is where time null. I think that's it. Does this need to be capitalized? No, it's just time. Well, let's see what happens. Oh, I forgot to send. Well, it's alright. Maybe I'm not doing random numbers correctly. Okay. That's probably why. Didn't realize that time was a function. It was just putting in the same seed every single time into the random function. Okay, cool. Doesn't seem to be any better. Because I need to do that, maybe? No. It should be generating a new seed every single time, right? Where's rand r? I guess that's the same thing as null. Dang. Alright. I guess I'll figure that out later. Good luck, Future Stone.